Noticing an unpleasant bulwark trend. Now, I want to start off by saying that this is not painting all with the same brush, nor am I saying the players I've noticed doing this are bad, or anything like that, nor are any level 25s with high tier weapons, etc. With that being said, I am noticing a growing number of players not pop banner. Like at all. Alright, I've been noticing the same thing. It feels like a lot of new bulwarks are basically using banner as a personal heal rather than a team heal. And I also don't really see much banner being used even in that case, to be honest. This is interesting. I think we have a handful of new bulwarks, and I've seen the comments, and there's been a few of you guys talking in the comments about how, you know, you've noticed bulwarks not really using their banners either. So I find this to be an interesting subject for sure. I used to play bulwark quite a bit, and I have been, you know, going into other classes just to, you know, level them up and get them ready for horde mode. I'm not too sure how they're going to do that. But that it's kind of interesting. Like, you know, I used to play a lot of bulwark, and now I'm playing other classes. Maybe all the old bulwark mains are trying out different weapons, or maybe they went to a different game or whatever. And now we have a handful of new bulwarks who are not popping banner. And I just want to point out, if you are playing as a bulwark and you have a vanguard who has inner fire, there's no excuse not to pop banner whenever you want, basically. But okay, let's go back into the post. Let's see what people are saying about this, because yes, I am also noticing an unpleasant bulwark trend. I'm not talking about popping banner for themselves, although that isn't the best, but at least sometimes you can be close enough to get the right time. It's kind of helpful to a degree. Yeah, sometimes, for sure. It does, you know, let the bulwarks play banner how they want. I think we're definitely more focusing on bulwarks who aren't using banner at all. On higher level raids, Ruthless and Lethal, it's so crucial to constantly pop banner, even the players who don't have Invigorated Icon, the full bar of contested health perk. And just run rapid regen. Armor restores 300% faster. At least that helps a bit, but not using it for a full raid is just ridiculous, and not popping banner to revive is truly unacceptable. Okay, that's interesting. I've never really had the conversation if the banner revive perk is 100% necessary. Isn't it like a lower level perk? Like, can't you get the banner revive perk pretty early? Or am I mixing it up with I'm pretty sure the revive perk and the damage, that, you know, your teammates get more damage under banner perk. I'm pretty sure they share the same row. So, I'm not sure. I kind of like both the perks. I like the revive perk. You know, the invigorating icon is obviously going to be helpful in that regard as well. So, there is that. Interesting. I don't know. Do you guys still use the revive bulwark perk, and is it necessary 100% of the time? To boot, when you ask, hey, can you pop the banner, and then they can continue to not pop banner, it baffles me. I have ran into it more times than I feel is necessary, and we tend to barely finish the raid and struggling the entire fight, or just fail as everyone is losing out on a key part of a class in the raid. I don't know where or when this started. I am curious why some players refuse to pop banner. Maybe a make it more of a difficult challenge? Okay, so yeah, don't jump into operations trying to do some sort of personal challenge run. This is probably not the reason. Maybe make it more of a difficult challenge, but why not do it in solo playthroughs? Okay, yeah. But then, why not do it in solo playthroughs? At the end of the day, players will play as they wish, but thought I'd vent a bit. As annoying as it is, I can't really change it, really. Alright, that's interesting. So, this was a post made a couple days ago. I guess we are still seeing a wave of new bulwarks kind of getting a hold of banner. Not using it for revive. Maybe they're holding it for revive. Maybe that's why they're not using it. They're just waiting to use it for revive or something. Dude, banner is a really good skill. There's a lot of stuff you can do with banner where it's like you can reduce damage, you can get your armor back faster, revive, invigorating icon, you can buff damage, which is really nice. So I really like using banner as often as I can, but sometimes I feel weird about using it before somebody, you know, needs it for invigorating icon. But you can also find moments where it's like both are necessary, where you need it for invigorating icon, but you also need it for one of the other banner perks that are available. So sometimes you can just, place your banner down, heal your teammates, and give them a little extra damage. It's pretty much my favorite way to play banner. You can place the perfect banners like on, terminus executions or whatever, and that's obviously the most efficient way to place the banner. But I honestly just feel good placing it in the middle of a battle. It just feels good, and it's always going to, give you an edge in that encounter, and you will get the job done regardless if the banner is, fully acceptable. But yeah, let me know in the comments how you guys been approaching banners recently, or if you notice a weird trend. This is a noticing an unpleasant Bulwark trend situation. I feel like it may be more of a situation where a lot of Bulwark players are just waiting for the right time to pop their banner, because they don't want to pop it too early to avoid wasting the cooldown, so it then just spirals into decision paralysis. Yeah, I feel like this is a good breakdown of it for sure. That's why I just, that's why you try to, I feel like that's why you should try to add elements to the banner that, isn't just invigorating icon. Sometimes you can, place the banner to increase everyone's damage, or, you can actually reduce damage as well for your teammates with banner and increase the amount of armor they get. It's interesting though, the banner perk that gives you more armor, like faster, basically reduces the time of banner. So it's, I don't know, it's interesting. It's very interesting. I'm curious to see if they're going to switch anything about banner when it comes to the perk reworks. Definitely not too, I have no idea really how they're going to approach certain classes. Like with Assault, I can see some perks just not being very relevant. But with Bulwark has like a really good kit, so I'm not too sure what they're gonna do with Bulwark. I really hope they don't do anything too wild, like take away invigorating icon and then put something else there, But yeah, we'll have to see. We'll have to see. I never trust players to know how to react to it. I try to keep an eye on their health, and when they get an execute, to drop it for them. But it can be hard to be close enough at the right time, and then you have people who blast Meltas into executions instead of killing them and realize it wouldn't have been helpful. Yeah, this is a good point. This is a good point. Some banners, miss their mark basically from, outside circumstances that you can't control. I can fully understand that. And yeah, the amount of players who just kill, we still have too many players just killing executions. It's just insane. But this is interesting though. This is definitely interesting because yeah, it's kind of hard sometimes to trust the players to know how to react to banner. Like if you drop a banner without any executions to a sniper, is that sniper going to nail a shot to get his contested health back? I mean, he should, he should. There's not really anything else for that sniper to do besides, get a long-range shot to get his contested health back. But then it's like if you drop the banner for the sniper, what if you have a, like a Vanguard or something, and it takes them a little bit more time to get their health back? I don't know. It's interesting. It's definitely situational. I understand that for sure. I see that, and to be fair, I don't see many players using their special abilities much at all. The banner is the one that, along with the scan, yeah, which has its aiming flaws, let's be honest. Yeah, the scan can have a little bit of a weird aim going on. I see the rarest. Even when I play Tact, I have to remind myself that I have the scan, and in the later games, I've seen it improve my tactics and my squads a lot. For a bit of comparison, this happened to me in a campaign too, while I used Titus's ability a lot playing the first Space Marine game, which had the horrible fault of leaving you exposed to damage while performing finishers. Holy cow. Really? Dang. Which were the only way to regain health and armor except for the battle cry. This happened rarely during my Space Marine 2 campaign run. Probably it's the same for those players. They forgot about their ability more than being a malicious behavior or can't fully understand its potential and benefit from the team overall. Okay, are people really forgetting their abilities? That's rough. The scan aiming note was kind of interesting. I can sometimes forget about the scan, but then there's always a moment that pops up where I'm like, oh wow, a scan would be perfect for this. Oh, I have scan ready, then let's just use it. So, I don't know. I guess this is interesting. To be fair, I don't see many players using their special abilities much at all. That's wild. Do we need a cooldown? Do we need a cooldown buff or a cooldown nerf, I guess? Do we need less cooldown for our abilities, maybe? I've been noticing a huge dip in Bulwark ability lately also. For a while, things were good. Now I never see Bulwarks using the banner to heal, and many don't even deploy it. It's weird. New players, I guess. The game really should instruct this stuff better. Not entirely obvious if the player isn't reading it online. Yeah, so I've actually seen a few people talk about this recently, is if the game doesn't really instruct how to use the mechanics, like there's like hidden stim pack mechanics and stuff that I don't think the game really, lets people know about. I know with my last video on this, on how to use stims correctly, I had a few comments that were like, oh, I didn't know stim packs healed contested health. And it's like, the game really doesn't say anything about it, I don't think. And I don't know what the game would tell people about the Bulwark ability. But that said, I mean, if people can miss certain things about stim packs, it's not, too unheard of that, they can miss certain things about their, banner or their abilities. It's weird. New players, I guess. Yeah, I'm going to chalk it up to new players for sure. I think the Bulwarks that I've noticed that don't really use their banner are like not level 25s, I think. I don't know. It honestly goes all over the place. I don't know. Maybe they're saving the banner for reses. I think that's also a possibility. Regardless, let me know in the comments how you guys feel about the subject. Are you currently playing Bulwark, and did you get any like weird Bulwark patterns? Like, are you saving your banner for reses, anything like that? And also, yes, if you noticed too many Bulwarks recently not using their banners correctly.